The voice of the drum calls. It sings a song of those who came before us and those to come. A song of survival and strength. A song of participation and voice. A song that calls us together. When we come together and participate in the 2010 census, we use this tool as the voice of all our Native people. Our voice. It is in our hands. 2010 census.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Acosta. Welcome to the Native News Update. It's Tuesday, February 23rd. Many of the stories you hear here can be found at our website, IndianCountryTV.com. And here's the news for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. The Red Lake Band of Chippewa Indians has become the 200,000th partner of the 2010 census. The number of partners supporting the 2010 census exceeds the 140,000 that signed up to support the 2000 census. To date, partners have donated 35,088 training locations, saving taxpayers an estimated $338.5 million in rent. The Red Lake Nation, based in Red Lake, Minnesota, joins a long list of local and national organizations and corporations, as well as other Native Americans and Alaska Native nations working to promote participation in the 2010 census. The role our partners play in spreading the message that the census is easy, important, and safe to participate is invaluable, said Census Bureau Director Robert Groves. Partners motivate people to fill out and mail back their census questionnaires, an important role not only because of the local impact the census has, but also because every 1% increase in mail response saves taxpayers about $85 million. Native American small business owner Jeff Doctor announced on February 22nd that he is running for the Congress in North Carolina's 9th Congressional District. Jeff Doctor is a community leader and a successful entrepreneur whose current work includes health care for Native Americans with diabetes. Only one state, which is Ohio, and 2 Native American tribes have fully complied with the Sex Offender Registration and Notification Act, part of the Adam Walsh Child Protection Safety Act of 2006. The nationwide law is aimed at creating a across-the-board method of registering and tracking sex offenders throughout the country, where a recent study found a total of over 700,000 sex offenders reside. Advocates say that putting the law into effect should have happened faster. Previously, each individual state created and followed their own tracking and registration formats, which led to sex offenders being able to leave the state and start over in another because the law enforcement agencies did not communicate. All 50 states, the District of Columbia, and federally recognized Native American tribes were supposed to be in substantial implementation of the law by July of 2009. But all jurisdictions received an extension last year, and they have another year if they are requested. That means that the final deadline could be July of 2011, 5 years after the measure became law. Responding to a severe ice storm that blanketed sections of the Midwest in late January, the United Church of Christ Dakota Association of the South Dakota Conference and One Great Hour of Sharing Special Emergency USA Fund has provided $8,000 in district aid to the remote communities of the Cheyenne River Sioux Reservation in South Dakota. It is estimated that the January 22nd storm left 12,000 people without electricity. The reservation's water treatment facilities was damaged when, due to the loss of power, water removal pumps failed. Though now operational, this malfunction necessitated a 10-day waiting period on the use of portable water supplies and the need for fresh water distribution. The Robert Wood Johnson Foundation has awarded a $40,000 grant to the Catholic Social Services in Rapid City, South Dakota. The supplemental grant will support an outpatient therapist for additional counseling in Spearfish, Sturgis, Pine Ridge, and Rapid City. The Johnson Foundation, along with several other foundation funding partners, CSS fundraisers, and private donors, will provide the funding for the Lakota Circles of Hope program at Pine Ridge and Rosebud reservations. Lakota Circles of Hope is a culturally specific preservation curriculum tailored for 2nd through 5th grade Native American students on those 2 reservations. According to Jim Kenyon, Executive Director of CSS, the national economic decline has negatively impacted Catholic social services. From July to December of 2009, the CSS caseload is up 6%, while reimbursement is down 15%. These supplemental funds will help cover the cost of an additional therapist to provide services to individuals and families facing hardships. And that's the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and have a grand day.